What's up, YouTube? Gaming Math Teacher here, back with another episode of the Curse of Billy Goat Challenge. This time looking at the 2009 season, or 2009 off-season, correction. After another disappointing year, back-to-back years missing the playoffs, just a very inconsistent. Started bad and just kept getting worse. Really on one good month the entire year. Right now, Joe McIntosh is going to be going to his last year. He's got 3 years left, but at this point, he's not impressive. He's been pretty consistent, a 500 team. So potentially looking to move on from the manager next year. Lineup-wise, we talked about at the end of the last episode. We offered Beltrán a huge extension. He is not going to be a free agent no matter what. Other than that, we have some arbitration guys. A lot of other guys going to walk. Betancourt's going to walk. Frazier's going to walk. Some guys will bring back. Some guys will let go. We're going to have some money this offseason. Should be nice. And with that, we'll jump ahead to the awards, and I'll see you then. All right, we're back. First thing you want to note is Carlos Beltrán did sign that contract, 7-year deal. In reality, it was a 3-year contract with an opt-out. Somebody that could be flipped at the deadline or going forward, depending on how he plays. Again, this is more just to secure him for the next couple of years and play from there. Doesn't want to be traded. But fans love these back. NL Gold Gloves, we did end up having one. Beltrán in right field got the Gold Glove. Nobody else for us. Mo got reliever of the year. None of our guys got up there, but good for Mo. Silver Slugger. Again, no Cubs got it. Rookie of the year was Geraldo Parra. No Cubs. Again, I don't think we had a rookie up here anyways. Rich Silver, the Braves, got Manager of the Year. Smoltz wins the Cy Young, which helps in that case. No Cubs made the list. First-year player draft, we'll go to that here tomorrow. And Andrew Jones gets the MVP. No Cubs received any votes. Again, just a disappointing year all around. But that does bring us to the first-year player draft. Just finishing up some scouting reports here. Just to get that information up a little better. You can see we're sitting at number 9, so it should put us in a position to get a really good player. Chris Sale goes 1 to Boston, which is fitting. Then we get Yelich. DeGrom goes 3. Again, such a good player. Strasburg goes 4, which is an absolute steal. He can come in the majors right away for San Francisco. Paxton goes 5, Bogarts 6, Syndergaard 7, Machado 8, and now we're looking at a lot of good players. And Chapman is my first thought. I mean, he's going to be somebody that can come in and be the anchor of our bullpen to start. Getting a lot of good players. Some a little farther away. Brandon Belts look pretty close. Yeah, I think he's cheap. And he's going to be one of the best bullpen relievers or best bullpen guys in the league. And that leads us to these top 4. To me, Wil Myers is the best option. Super utility. Has a good bat. We also have Gary Sanchez. Has the pop. Miguel Sano, same thing. Elite hitter. Kind of without a position. Decent first baseman. And Domingo Germán. Then we also have Jose Iglesias, a great defensive player. Kepler, Kiermaier, somebody I really like as a player. Gaddis, Kelly, Martinez, Taijuan Walker. I think an unpopular opinion at this point, but I think Kiermaier might be my pick right now. And that's exactly what I wanted, because then Wil Myers falls to me. Gets him cheap. Kepler's interesting. Hector Neris. Takahashi would be a good bullpen guy. Nothing elite, but be good. Let's get rid of the short list now. Look for some names. So here's 4 high potential guys. Alex Claudio is a lefty, extreme ground ball. Michael Felice. Michael A. Taylor. Plays good defense in real life. Cole Calhoun. Aaron Sanchez had a couple of really good years and then disappeared. I might go Aaron Sanchez. I think he's going to be cheap too, right? Oh, no, he's not. Nico Goodrum. I'll go with Nico. He'll be hard to sign, but I have some space because I went cheap early. Other names are looking. We'll make one more pick here and then we'll simulate the rest. Denny Echeverria. Let's see if they want some elite pitch. Chase Willie's got an elite changeup. 6'4", 220. Splitter. Chase Streve's got elite stuff with an elite splitter. And good work ethic. I'll give him a chance. He's cheap. And with that, we'll finish the draft. Didn't get one of the big fish I wanted, but ended up getting Chapman, who, in unpopular opinion, is a reliever, but is one of the best relievers in history. He comes in, I think, day one, joins the Major League roster. Going to be our best reliever with Gagne. Going to be our lefty. Probably start him in a setup role. And then move him over to a closer if necessary. Any other names come out? Phillips Vasquez has got good movement on a changeup. And he's very easy, so we might as well give an offer. Willie Garcia's got some power. Yeah, we'll call that good. See our development contest. Verlander's struggling, but Beltran's excelling. Yeah. Verlander's one I have high hopes for. Coming off a weird up and down year, 13 games though. Was improving for us. Ended up being a positive WAR player. Valdez convinced. He's fresher, which is expected, but getting to get better at that catcher defense. Just some more scouting stuff before the draft happened. And we hit arbitration hearings. All right. Sean Marshall got our contract. And we'll go through all these in a little bit. Big ones, Chapman signs. Wil Myers signs. So we can do this with minor leagues. These guys can all go. Where is Chapman at? There he is. I'm bringing him right up. Other than that, everyone else can kind of sit where they're at, but I want Chapman in the majors right now. No one I really care about. Juan Encarnacion. But no real five guys I care about. All right, now looking at free agency filings. Is Shane Green worth it? No, he is not. Okay. Goodrum and Streve both signed. All right, offseason center. What do you have for me? You have $13 million. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if there's anyone I can get rid of money-wise that doesn't help our team. Santana, Beltran, Gagne, Aubrey Huff. Let's look to trade Jimmy Rollins. He's very good, but he's older and expensive. Bring in 31-year-old Jason Bay, 39-year-old Jim Edmonds, 34-year-old. I can bring in Jake Peavy. Captain America David Wright at 26. Hideki, 35. So these are on here. I don't want to trade Wade Davis. Chris Benson. Is this smooth deal for anybody? Raul Ibanez is playing catcher. That's so weird. I would love David Wright. Coming off a 125 OPS year, we might come back to that. Jason Bay, 148 year with good defense and 21 home runs. Who else? I like low 30s at best. 31 was fine. PV coming off a bad year. Rollins about as old as I go. Yeah, so it's between David Wright and Jason Bay. Jason Bay would be cheaper, but he's also older. David Wright fits our timeline a little better. Will they retain any money here? Let's see if I can get them to retain 75. Nope, they can't. Most they retain is 30. We do lose some money on this deal. Okay, so the David Wright deal is tempting. I want to come back to that in just a second. Let's go back here to shop a player. Jason Bay, will they retain any money? No, they can't either. So go for the better player. David Wright's the better player. We lose money here. What's the most they'll retain? 30%. Nothing would work. Cahill, not a chance. Now there's a chance. Rajai or Juan Encarnacion. Let's go Juan Encarnacion. Now we can bump this up a little bit. All right, any of these guys make money? AAA, Coghlan, Wade Davis. AA, Zobrist and Corey Sullivan. Rajai. So 400. Corey Sullivan at 650. All right, that's fine. Who else do they want? Is there anyone bad? Josh Vitters. We'll go here. I mean, this is a slam dunk trade. We lose Jimmy Rollins. We lose shortstop. We get David Wright, who becomes our everyday third baseman. And now we're just without a shortstop. Mike Moore slides to second, which is fine. Can I trade Mike Morse for anything? And we'll say trading block. Mason Avlitz. We can. But doesn't look like to save money. What's his contract? Oh, $1.5 million. That's not worth shopping. Front office. Oops, salaries. I'm hoping Victorino figures some stuff out. Alright. So we can't really go big fish hunting unless we kind of move money around. Because I would love to get Dontrelle, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get up to 32 million. 27, elite lefty. Coming off an unbelievable year. I think he's got extreme ground ball, doesn't he? Or not neutral. Brandon Webb is the extreme ground ball. Roy Holiday. Alright, so these guys are a little out of my price range there. Ben Sheets is in my price range. Coming off a bad year with both teams. Let's start with just looking at starters. Can I make this work? If I go a 4-year deal, bring this money all the way down to like 8 million. Then we have 15 million. And then we do 20 million and then 25 million. And that's what I'll offer him. If anyone offers more, they can have him. I mean, Smoltz coming off a Cy Young, but I'm not going to be able to get him. Brandon Webb. At 30, I'd like to get 3 years. Let's get him down to 8.5. 20. 27. But no trick. Gonna offer him, see if he wants it. 27-year-old Rich Harden's interesting. Coming off a good year in Oakland. What's Rich Harden want? 12 million. Go 1.5 for Ted Lilly. Was good in St. Louis when he pitched. What does my rotation even look at right now? Okay, so we have 3 pitchers. Verlander's the 4. Man, I could really use a good lefty. Oh, customize. Throws. Left. Any high strikeout guys? Eric Bedard. Randy Wolf is here again. Dave Williams. Barry Zito. Ted Lilly. Man, extreme fly baller, I would. Glenton Rush I can bring back. Let's go fit minus. Let's start seeing where actually guys have stats. Here we go. There's just not a lot there. Let's see if we can go. Oh, I want to go here. Offseason center. Player trade. Shop a player. What do I got for prospects I can move? So I could do Joe Kelly. Who probably has some value as a closer. And Penny Zobrist. Here there's Rajai. We'll go Rajai. Now I want a starter out of this. Okay, there's some names. CJ Wilson, Tim Hudson, Pat Mish. All right. So I'm going to take a quick cut here. I'm going to look around, see if we can make a trade, and I'll be back if anything gets figured out. We're back and kind of found a deal I like. Ended up moving Joe Kelly and Rajai Davis. So Rajai was just bad with us in the majors. Was very good in the minors. That's kind of what he is at this point. A good minor league player, doesn't have much for the majors. -7 OPS plus, just unplayable. Joe Kelly was very good in A-ball. I like Joe Kelly. I just don't think he's going to be ready by when we need to win. Then we have some just Nick Aidenhart. Good year in A-ball, but at 23 is kind of on his last leg. Jeff Howell, replacement level catcher. And Jerry Hairston Jr., just one of the minor league free agents I signed. Good at avoiding Ks, was good in AA last year. Just an older player. But that's bringing in King Felix, the extreme ground ball. Has good pitches, coming off a bad year in Milwaukee, but I'm going to chalk that up because he had a great year in AAA, was good in Seattle for a couple years. I think we can figure something out with him. He's not going to got to improve his movement, but he's 23. He is on a 3-year contract, but they're willing to retain basically most of it. So I think that fills our last rotation spot then. Look at our pitching rotation now. King Felix actually slides into that 5 spot. We're still short on lefties. Chapman goes into a setup role. Gagne is the closer. You have Sean Marshall. Ari Dickey, the AAA guy. Brian Wilson, Edson Volquez, Bush, Nishek, Gallagher, Waino, and Romo. These will all be middle relief. And we'll clean this up in a little bit. We need some bats, though, because we are absolutely short on bats. Looking at the minors. Now our guys come back up and bring Ugla back up, but he's a shell of himself. So we're going to need some backup bats, as well as a starting shortstop. So now we look again. Kind of did that because there's no real pitchers we wanted. Look at some batting free agents. And we're still sitting at about $12 million. So Maglio would be possible at 35. Don't really need an outfielder. First of all, I need to look at shortstops. I mean, Chipper, but he's not nearly a good shortstop anymore. Omar Infante would be a good second baseman. Juan Uribe would be my shortstop that I would need. And he's not too expensive. Cesar Asturias, same thing, would be a great defensive shortstop and can be a decent hitter. 29 at the point. Juan Uribe is 30. Chad Tracy somehow's got shortstop eligibility. Jack Wilson. Jack Wilson's tempting. He's a good contact hitter. I need more pop, though. Rich Aurelia. Chirinos I could bring back after a long time. But I think it's down to Uribe and Cesar Asturias. He's got the good shortstop, good range, error arm, good character, good contact avoid Ks. Let's look at battering ratings. Uribe has more power. I think Juan Uribe is going to be the guy. Man, he wants a big contract. Let's see if we can get him for 2 years. $8 million and $10 million. Otherwise, we can go Cesar Asturias off for the same deal. 2 years. Ooh, he's going to be cheaper. 5 million and 6.5. Other than that, so anyone's got decent pop. Chipper, if I want to just completely toss any hope of defense. Low leader is just crazy with Chipper Jones, too. Can you somebody at least drive Alex Gonzalez? Jack Wilson's weird. He's a gold glove shortstop. He's got good speed. He needs to improve some hitting because he's got no pop. 9 home runs. 27 doubles isn't bad. Need to get on base better. Needs to more strikeouts in a while. Yeah, bad eye. So we'll call those guys good there. Then let's look at some backup guys. Chase Utley, since we traded him, was not good either, so don't feel bad about that trade anymore. Oh, let's go default for now. Actually, batting free agents. I've got a good WRC plus, it'd be cheap. Brad Fulmer is going to be a first baseman with some power. Peter Bergeron, Corey Koski. 35-year-old Shannon Stewart would have some outfield defense. A little bit of a bat. What's Shannon Stewart? 3.5. Can offer that. Let's go like 2.5. How about 3 flat? Shannon Stewart's a good bench bat. I do need a backup catcher. Carlos Delgado being a catcher just still blows my mind. He is not a catcher. He's barely a first baseman at this point. Mets must have re-signed him. Oh no, here he is. Or Florida. We'll bring Jason Collins back again on a 1-year, $1 million deal. Eric Sim. I got to. Okay, so that fills that. So one of the great infield range is going to be cheap. Has any kind of bat whatsoever. Chirinos. Could bring him back on a cheap deal. Play second. Just never developed a bat. Let's look at OPS plus. Get Brian Anderson, Brad Fulmer, Juan Rivera. Adam Dunn is an interesting player. He wants way too much money as a type A free agent, though. What do we got for middle infielders? He's actually very good. And he has good utility. But he wants a lot of money. Ray Durham was good for Oakland. I don't like type B free agent for him, though. Type B. Brian Roberts, type A. Let's go here. How many guys had hit home runs last year? Teixeira at 46, Dunn and Rivera both in the upper 30s. Chipper, Maglio, Jose Creed, Troy Gloss, who's going to want too much money, but I wouldn't mind bringing him in as a bench guy. A 1-year deal. All right. So we're going to jump ahead a couple days. We offered some money to some people, see if anyone gets re-interested in talking to us. Kevin Kiermaier signs. Brandon Webb willing to renegotiate. No trade clause and on a cheap deal. If he signs it, I'll be happy. If not, okay. All right. Up front, again, Brandon Webb's a guy that I want to pay anyways. In real life, actually just fell off a cliff at this point, but this isn't real life. Brandon Webb still got some good stats. He is extreme ground ball, coming off a 127 ERA plus, his best year. And let's do this Hall of Fame voting. Rod Beck. 2-year Cub was so good for us. 81 games he pitched in. Oh, so 51 saves, just insane. Never going to make the Hall of Fame, but a fun player. Oh, I don't know. Will Clark deserves to be in my opinion. I'm a Doc Gooden. I'll put Andres Galarraga, Mark Grace, Oral Hershiser, any other for sure. Saberhagen, Donnie Baseball. Chuck Finley is close enough. David Cone, even though he's a longevity guy. And I'm going to put Albert Bell still. Oh, shoot, Dante Bichette. Sorry, Albert. Bichette deserves it more than you. All right. Look at still this. So we signed Derek Sim on a minor league deal. I just have to see. I doubt they have it, but we'll see if they do. We'll go here. Nope, they don't. Oh, well. Ryan Fierabend. I said going in being spenders. We're running out of time in this challenge. We are down to just about 6 years left to tie it. Anything under that would be great. Giving us Aaron Crow, who's a nobody. Tim Beckham, who no. For Sean, no. I like Sean Marshall. I think he's a solid bullpen guy. Rick Gervacchio back at 24. Man, he was bad both teams last year. I'm not bringing him back. He gave me one good year. This is even worse. They're making me retain money and not give me either good player. Mets. And still retaining and not getting a good player out of it. Wilson, nothing happened there. That is okay. Potential. All right, what's Wilson need? Contact and power. We'll give him a chance to generate some bat speed. Wil Myers, to me, is not going to be a catcher. He has good framing. Actually, let's see if he can improve some defense at catcher. I mean, Chapman's good. He's not going to improve much anyways. Morrison. Nope. Nope. Tony Watson gets traded. I like Tony Watson. He's a fun lefty. Chipper Jones goes up north to Toronto. Dontrelle's not getting any interest. We'll resume in a second. I'm not retaining money for bad players. Pope, not good. Russ Johnson, not good. How much money do I have to clear to get this? I have no money now, so I need to clear at least $8 million. Front office. Actually, let's see. What am I offering right now in the offseason? So I could go with Brandon Webb or Dontrelle Willis. If I pull this, somebody might offer Dontrelle and I'd lose him. Is there anyone here I can trade? Gagne. He's the odd man out. He's a great reliever. But if I can get him, get off his money. Nope, nobody wants to get off his money. Who else got I? Nate McLouth is trending the wrong direction. He's a good outfielder, but they want to have his money. They do. Brandon Phillips to be a good second base option. Call Crawford replace the outfield and cheaper. David Hernandez would be a great bullpen arm on super cheap contract. David Hernandez is my favorite look here with the Pirates. Because I don't think Brandon Phillips is 93 OPS plus last year. Montero's going to have a good defense, not much of a bat. Bring Big Z back, but he's just not been good since we moved him. Adam Jones. Actually, good first baseman, surprisingly. Livian Hernandez, 34. Gianno Navarro. I'm just looking for the contract. It's clearly between two guys. Either David Hernandez. Dallas Braden's interesting. Lefty. But he's extreme fly ball, which I kind of avoid. Or Kyle Crawford. Crawford's got more money, but he's faster. Doesn't have pop, though. So I think David Hernandez it is. We save a ton of money. So I'm going to make this trade for sure. Get a very good pitcher. Then there's another one. Shane Victorino. Was super disappointing for us last year. He's a good defensive player, but if somebody wants him for low money, they can have him. Juan Pierre would be the same player. Gary Sheffield would have just a bat. Jason Davis would be a pitcher. It was not very good. Joe Smith, a bullpen guy. C.J. Wilson keeps getting offered. Frank Coor. John Broxton would be a younger guy. Ross Glode. Broxton or Cordero. I might look at those guys for the A's. Betancourt. Good second. Man, he's got no pop. I need somebody with some pop. I'm getting too many contact guys. And it's not working out. Josh Johnson's a very good pitcher. Was good in Colorado. Corey Patterson could bring him back. Bring Cliff Lee back. Still hasn't really figured it out. Was good in Philly, but everywhere else has not been good. Doesn't have anything special there. Mike Lowell's too old. Corey Hart, I tried signing him. The Phillies stole him. Michael Barrett, Felipe Lopez. Joe Nathan, who was just a shell of himself last year. Yeah, so clear options here. Where'd they go? Uleski Betancourt was his potential. Joe Groot's potential. John Broxton's the most interesting. Low control, but he's a good righty on a cheap deal. C.J. Wilson's too expensive. Yeah, let's do that. Save us a little more money too. John Broxton. What do they got for prospects they could throw in? Elias Diaz, super young player. Ruben Tejada would be a good defensive player. Probably won't throw him, will it? No. All right. We can now offer this contract to him. Smoltz goes to the Yankees. I don't think I have any money to spend. Yeah, about $1 million. Shannon Stewart actually plays left, and I think actually could be a starting left fielder at that. Could really use an outfielder though. I've done too much money. Juan Rivera, too much money. Mags, too much money. Jermaine Dye is an option. Oh, somebody's super high WAR. Darren Erstad would be coming to be a defensive center fielder, but can't really hit even in Chicago or Colorado. Could be some more trades to happen there. Dontrelle prefers Baltimore. What does he need? How about 12 million, 23, 28, 33. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Dontrelle. Love Brandon Webb, but I think Dontrelle's going to be the better player. And our Major League roster is getting thin. There's not a whole lot of bats down low. These guys can go on. So now I can move some pitching around. No, neither of those guys are starters. Broxton, both of them are relievers. Good relievers, but relievers. Usually can move some of these. Sean Marshall's one of my only lefties. I can't move him, but how about Sean Gallagher? Who else is on some money as a reliever? Gagne. Just go Sean Gallagher and Justin Morneau. See if I can get a bat out of this. Nope. Sean Gallagher and a prospect. We'll say Cody Buckle. Nope. Anthony Ghost, super fast. Not a bat there. I'll probably go him and Morneau, who's on a $4 million deal. Can I save some money and get Joe Nathan? Single player package for a batter. Jay Payton's only getting offered. Who's a good hitter, but no pop. I'll just Morneau straight up for a batter. Oh, I tried Morneau and Gallagher. Morneau and Mike Morse. It's about $5 million. What if I retain some of this money? 75%. Man, there's no moves out there. I'll have to go bargain bin hunting here in a second or get some more money either way. So keep advancing here. It's the most I can offer. If he gets outbid again, they can have him. So Hernan Perez has some trade value, and Sean Marshall people keep offering for, which I don't want to move. Because that's a nobody, an extreme fly ball nobody, and a nobody. Reject. I'm just going to reject this just because I get tired of it. Cesar Hernandez for Jim Edmonds. Looks like I'm going to be able to get Dontrelle. All right, Rule 5. First of all, let's make sure nobody here I care is eligible. Nope. Someone wants them, they can have him. Number 8 pick here. Travis Wood is here. All batters. Marlon Byrd. Reed Johnson. Jose Tábata, who's got good defense. Chris Coghlan, who's got good defense and plays everywhere. Very good in the minors. Alejandro de Aza. Marlon Byrd. Was good in AAA last year. Was good in 2006 in limited games. But then kind of went downhill, and hasn't responded. At 32 is not worth it. I'd rather get young guys that could play, or at least have a spot. I might go with that. So Tábata or Coghlan. Coghlan plays more positions. I think I'm going to go with Coghlan. If Tábata's there in the second, I might go with him. We'll go with Tábata too. Is there any interesting pitchers? Jared Hughes, who struggled in Double-A last year, but was good up until that point. Oh, pitching potential. John Lester would be a good lefty to throw in the bullpen for now. I might do that. There, we'll go with those guys. I don't complete the draft. Okay, I need to move some arms here. So Matt Bush is a guy in the outs. I have way too many relievers right now. Oh, Matt Bush and Adam Wainwright, what can they get me? They can get me a bat, actually. Nobody special, but guys can make the majors with those overalls. Cliff Floyd, coming off a good year in Philly, has some pop, plays a decent defense. Gary Matthews Sr., below average bat last year, but plays good defense, ended up with a 2-WAR player. Jason Bartlett actually would play a good shortstop for me with some bat, no bat. Mistake. Jason Worth probably would rotate to the outfield. Nobody from the Rangers. Looking for MLB ready guys. Ryan Cedeno, good second baseman. Yeah. So looking at 2 key players here. Who do I want? Oh, Hunter Pence is here too. Cliff Floyd, Gary Matthews. Gary Matthews plays better defense. 10 home runs, 20 doubles. Cliff Floyd is much worse in defense. Gary Matthews, $2.5 million. Let's do this trade. See if they'll keep any money. They'll keep a lot of money. They'll keep all the money? Almost. Wainwright can go back to the Cardinals. That just seems right anyways. Shop a player. Any other relievers I feel like moving? Brian Wilson probably has some value. I'm going to leave Volquez just in case. I don't want to move Sean Gallagher. I don't like Sean Gallagher. Looks like neither does anyone else. Chad Cordero is a better player than we have, actually. But that contract's terrible. Chad Durbin, Matt Miller. Reclamation project on Joe Nathan. They'll probably retain most of that money. If I go Chad Cordero, will they retain some of this? Because I'm not taking that contract on. I want too good of a player for 80%, 75%. Oh, Robbie Ross. Who's looks like a good lefty, but pretty far away still. And we get a better reliever for cheaper. Okay, so that thins out the pitching a little bit. Nope, Hernandez, middle relief. What's Johnny Lester's ratings look like? I'll put him as emergency. Middle relief. Middle relief, okay. Could use a righty setup guy. John Broxton. He's good against both. Chapman should be dominant against both, yeah. Then we have Sean Marshall. I'm going to trade Dickey just because he's never developed. And I don't really want to trade a prospect. Ghosts. Because I can take up back some money. I would just Dickey straight up. Guy's looking to shed money. Hernan Perez, good defensive shortstop. Jump ahead a day. Pepe Perez. Pitchers are what people are offering. Aaron Harang. Joe Nathan. Do I think he can bounce back? If they retain, I'll do this trade. But I'm not taking on money for this deal. Can I steal anybody else from them? Steve Cishek? Nope. Any potential guys? No, not a lot of guys there. 22-year-old JJ Hoover? Nope. On the active roster, they would need to move. Oh, Pujols. Denard Span wouldn't be a bad outfielder if he had a little more pop. I'm going to deal this. Thinning the roster, but getting better pitching. Edison Volquez, in this case, goes down to AAA. Or not. Somebody wants him, they can have him. I don't really care. Alright, so I like the look of that now. Actually, I want to do this. Mid relief. Setup. For them both the closer jobs. Lineup works at Miguel Abreu is currently up as a shortstop. He's not going to be. Probably there's not a lot of good minor league options right now. Ugla. What do I have for money right now? Thompson, $8 million. Pending offer is Brandon Webb. Looking at 8, almost $9 million. I need a shortstop. Juan Uribe is a shortstop I want, but he wants $23 million. Cesar Sturris I'm okay with getting. You want to offer him a contract? I'd like to do a 2-year deal, but I'll give you an opt-out. All right. Keep jumping ahead a couple more days here. Shannon Stewart signs. Jason Phillips signs. It's a good defensive player with a decent bat. I'm not giving up 3 good things for that, though. I do like that, though. These two both go to the majors. Cleans that up a little bit. Gary Matthews does slide to left field, but bringing him in, it's a good outfielder. Tábata is in center, which has a defense but not a good hitter. Wright, Beltrán, Kenji, Aubrey Hub at first. Shannon Stewart's DHing. Mike Morse at second. Miguel Abreu at short. So we need middle infield. And honestly, another outfielder wouldn't be bad. So if we look at my free agents I'm pending right now, Dontrelle's the only one. So I do need that middle infielder. So we'll see if one of those guys wants to resume conversations. I'm going to fix this because it's driving me crazy seeing a black and white picture for this. I'm going to guess this is David Williams. Yeah, Pittsburgh. So there we go. That's fixed. Juan Rivera goes to Boston. $11 million per year is more than I was going to pay for him. We get Dontrelle. Which automatically gets our pitching lineup better. He slides in for Verlander. He jumps ahead of Cahill. So I have King Felix. Verlander now goes to a mid relief guy for now. Normal usage. Give Nathan the 7th, Chapman the 8th, Gani the 9th. Now it literally just comes down to let's get this middle infield. Get Travis Wood, that's a no. Yankees get Teixeira, which is what really happens. Randy Wynn. Orlando Hudson signed. I don't care about that. Daeun Rhee. They really want to move Sean Marshall. I have no clue why. Put him available. He's not going to go on the block. If he was, that was a mistake. Focus in AAA. And we're going to keep going forward. All right, now looking at some of these. Again, just first grade Felipe Vasquez for Corey Patterson, whatever. Verlander's frustrated. Beltran's on track. Cahill's frustrated. Ubaldo's struggling. Ghost is on track. I'm just not even going to look at these deals anymore. Pedro goes to Seattle, which is a good deal for them. Alfredo Claudito for Carlos Zambrano. Tovier Dotel signed 2-year with Atlanta. Carlos Delgado gets a huge contract from Boston. Wil Myers didn't improve his catching, whatever. Meg signed a $38 million deal with Boston over 3 years. Good for Maglio. And just kind of sitting, waiting, seeing if any of those middle infielders. Manley got dropped, which is sad. Finley, a bunch of guys getting dropped. Bell is getting so close at 72%. Trade. Tulo still hurt. Roush got to deal with Atlanta. Billy Butler, who's a fun player in real life, but actually a good outfielder. But that's a no. Cincinnati, Cleveland. Billy Hamilton gets traded. Anori Atsuka signs with the LA. Cesar Sturris signed with the Mariners. Leads us down to one option at middle infield. I don't know how much money we have left, how much time we have left. $8 million. Need a shortstop. Juan Uribe, I think, is my best option at this point. Being a type B, still winning way too much money. I mean, this is what I'm going to offer him. $2 years, $16 million. I'm going to cut it down because he's being a jerk about it. Jack Wilson improves our defense. He already has an offer, so he's not worth even making an offer too. I want somebody with good on-base percentage. Infante is much better at second base, but he has the range. What does he want for money? Red Sox are going to pay him. Good for him. Julio Lugo is more first baseman, second baseman at this point. Gonzalez, no. Rich Aurelia. There's not a whole lot of shortstop options right now, sadly. We'll see if Juan Uribe wants to open up talks again. It's kind of what I'm holding out hope for. Signs with Arizona. Randy Wolf signs. Which means we need to get a shortstop in some way. So I'm looking at what I have. Can move a pitcher. Joe Nathan, who's on not a lot of money. I need a shortstop, though. Zack Cozart. Which was very good limited time last year. He's options. Ian Desmond, no, he's more of a second baseman. Where's that Zack Cozart deal? What can I move to make Zack Cozart a thing? Sergio Romo. So a younger Sergio Romo. An older Joe Nathan. I'm going to go with an older Joe Nathan can move. I doubt they throw anyone else on this, though. I mean, we could use an infielder. Could use an outfielder. We're losing a reliever. So they throw their reliever in? No. They throw Kip Wells in? Nope, not for anyone I care about. What about prospect-wise? DJ LeMahieu. Tyler Skaggs, rest in peace. I was kind of messing around here. Should just accept this offer. Just see if I can steal anything else out of this. Anthony Bass. Nope. Alright, I'm just going to go with this. I don't see anyone else that's going to make me. So yes, I need that. Alright. Zack Cozart gives us a shortstop. We lose Joe Nathan, who we didn't have before anyways. But that cleans up that lineup spot. Could use second baseman, but Morse is okay. We actually have some money to spend now. $8 million. High WAR players left. Jack Wilson, Brian Roberts. Omar Infante, who's no compensation. Not a great hitter anymore, but plays good second base and has some speed. And Adam Dunn would be so fun as an outfield, as a bench bat, but he's going to want a type A free agent. No. Bring Chase Utley back. Bags I can bring in as a hitter. Junior Spivey. Who's been actually pretty decent. And good WRC plus guys that are cheap. McLouth. Was so good in Washington last year. Did he actually have a good year in real life that was kind of copying? He had one positive. Yeah, so that's probably an outlier. He is not a defensive player at all, especially as a first baseman. He's got a negative zone rating. Does he have an offer? Yeah, somebody's offering him money for that. Oh. I don't know. Is there anyone here that Peter Bergeron, let's give a minor league contract for? If he wants, he can have it. Kind of want a name. Cordero. Brian Roberts. Let's chase Utley one. Does he have a contract offer? I'm going to give him a 1-year deal. Our option for a 1-year deal. At $4 million. If he wants it, he can come back to me and talk. Yeah, got his money. Good for him. Chad Tracy got paid. Good for him. Nope. Never going to look at it if it's not for Major League Talent anymore. Betancourt goes to Cincinnati. Good for him. Jim Rollins led the league in triples last year. Preseason begin, which means you either get more or less money. Raise my budget big time. Bergeron got the minor league contract. Of course, Holiday signs right after I get a pay rise. What do we have for money now? About $7 million. Can get Omar Infante, but he's not worth that any kind of money. I mean, I think just let it go. I don't think any of these guys are really worth that. Any pitchers worth anything here? I really don't need a pitcher. Brandon Webb is still sitting here. I mean, I can offer a contract to him. Nope, doesn't interest. Bonderman, Rich Harden sitting here. Eric Bedard. And I might lowball both these guys coming off a bad year. 1 year, $4 million or $2 million. Same thing, Eric Bedard, same contract. One year, $2 million. Ted Lilly. $1 year, $1 million contract. See if he does anything. Other than that, let's see. Chris Capuano, Matt Clement, Wade Miller, John Garland. See if there's any extreme ground balls. Brandon Webb. Jumbo Diaz. I will offer Jumbo Diaz a minor contract. See if he can do anything in the minors for us. Yeah, so we'll call that customize. Well, see if there's any guys here that are interesting. Jorge De La Rosa actually was a good pitcher for a couple of years. Offer him a super cheap contract. Chris Capuano. I'd like to offer Brandon Webb, but after withdrawal, he's not interested. Adam Dunn signed $31 million. Good for him. Jumbo Diaz and Jorge De La Rosa are interested. Bedard signs with LA. Ted Lewis interested. De La Rosa minor league. Jumbo minor league. Ted Lilly minor league. Jack Wilson goes to Oakland. I'm going to actually give him his pitcher. Let's see. I think this is E. Wilson, right? Yes. Let's keep jumping ahead here. See if Tim Hudson has any. Troy Gloss goes to San Francisco. Good for him. Harden signs with Baltimore. Darn. Okay. Clear that filter. Yeah, nobody else worth offering anything to there. Utley, we're seeing if he's going to come back and talk to us. Coco. Mensch. Was very good in Houston. Was bad in Oakland. Sean Casey. Jeff Kent. Not nearly the same player. All right. We'll go through here. Any of these guys get offended by this, I don't need them. It's more just fill the minor league system out. All right, so we'll throw the contract to these guys. If they want it, they can take it. If not, whatever. Omar Infante got signed a big contract with Texas. Good for him. Houston gets Webb. I don't see anyone else saying no, so I'm going to be okay with that. Helps that build up our minor league system. And a lot of them have the whole minors. Eric Sim can stay. These three can go. Just keep jumping ahead here. Waiting on Chase Utley to their sign. He signs with New York. The Yankees. Okay. Wade Miller, best player available. He's not very good. forgot I had him at one point. Yeah, here in AAA. I'll call that good. What's my actual money look like right now? 7 million. Actually could trade and take in some money if I need to. We'll have McIntosh set this up. All right, looking at that, I think that's going to be it for our off-season. Some big names that moved around. Not a perfect team, but much improved, especially when it comes to pitching. Having the clear top three now of Johan, who struggled last year but got it figured out. Ubaldo, who struggled last year but got it figured out. And Dontrelle was a runner-up to Cy Young last year. So that's a good 1-2-3 punch. And then just some question marks. Trevor Cahill was good last year as a 21-year-old, 20-year-old. And just see if he can keep improving on this. And then King Felix, willing to take a shot. We have low scouting accuracy right now, so yeah, King Felix is going to be a great 5 starter. Coming off of a down year with Milwaukee, but it was good the year before. It was good in Seattle. So we'll give him a chance. Bullpen-wise, Eric Gagne is set in stone for our closer. Chapman's our great setup guy. Honestly, I wouldn't hate Verlander as a setup guy. As a righty. We have Neshek, Lester, Marshall, Broxton, Cordero, Romo, and Hernandez as other bullpen options. On the batting side is our little weaker spot. Tábata is currently in center, is clearly a defensive player only. Rule 5 pick, so if he doesn't work out, he doesn't work out. He was very bad in AAA last year, but he's good in AA. I don't think the bat's going to ever be there for what we need it to be, but we need him to be a good defensive player. Gary Matthews, same type of thing. He's going to play good outfield defense. Like to see him repeat the hitting last year. Slightly above average hitter would be good. David Wright is going to be our everyday third baseman. Coming off just a great career so far since 2004. Has great stats, has good speed, plays good defense. I think this is actually really before he starts getting hurt. To the 9-10. He's got a couple years left. 15 is really where he falls off a cliff. Beltrán and Wright. Again, since going to right field, was a Gold Glover last year. 6 WAR player, 6.5 WAR player. Almost 300 batting average. 28 home runs. He's our superstar. Kenji Jojimaha just has been a blessing since being drafted in 2005. Came in 06, was average hitter, slightly above average hitter, slightly decently above average hitter, and still plays a great defense. Aubrey Huff at first, kind of starting to trail off a little bit, but consistently puts up good defense, has a good bat, now 33, probably in his last year with us. I don't know his contracts, he haven't opted out. He's got one more year after this, and then he can opt out. It might be a trade piece. Mike Morse at second is defense only, which again, that's every second baseman at this point, really. And Cozart, going to be a rookie, or yeah, I think he still qualifies as a rookie, I'm guessing. Oh no, 1 year, 35 days, so not going to be a rookie, but going to be an everyday shortstop. Was very good with the Major League team last year for the Toronto. We'll see if the bat develops. If not, he's still a good defensive shortstop. On the bench, Miguel Abreu will not be here, but he's a good utility guy. Chris Coghlan is giving my ultimate utility. Can play everything but shortstop and catcher. Going to be probably everyday backup outfielder, fifth, probably fourth outfielder. See if a bat does anything. He was good in AAA last year. Morneau was back up first base. Got some pop. Another guy probably can get traded on a $4 million deal. So I'm going to do this and throw him on the trade block. Just Phillips brought back as a backup catcher. He was a trade piece last year. Actually improved his bat, but he was a good defensive catcher for us. We'll have him still be our backup. Rossi probably going to go sent down. Was just terrible last year. Shannon Stewart's in here as a DH. Was a good batter last year with Baltimore in limited games, about 45 game sample, but in that sample was 140 OPS plus. Dan Uggla, back up for now. Who knows what he's going to be? He was good in AAA or above average in AAA. Terrible in the majors. Same with Ben Zobrist. Who knows what he's going to be? He's great in AA. Struggled in AAA with his bat. Plays good defense. With that, this has been the Game Math Teacher. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time for the 2010 season.